Four hosts, they bout to wreck shit like Marco. Addicted to the Giants like it's Netflix and Narcos. The CEO making big moves as per usual. Captain Negative calling everybody delusional. This podcast is number one. Like when you take a piss, so share the link and pass it. Like Major making splits and Mr. Make-A-Wish. The sophisticated click. I spit offensive lines, now Tim can take a sip of some beer. Because he likes the taste of it, right? Don't forget the New York Giants beat the Patriots twice. The sickest dudes, eating chips and salsa like it's Victor Cruz. Win or lose, always gonna root for Big Blue. It's true, this a classic show. Tyree, catch it, bro. Play a drinking game while you listen and call it Classico. Take a couple shots. If it's funny, you can rewind to Bleed Blue. Means it's in their jeans like Levi's. Eli, man in the shit, just like a sailor. Captain, we attacking bum rush like Lawrence Taylor. Podcast on point, the sharp as arrows. BBG stay gritty like Mark Bavaro.
Good evening, Bleed Big Blue Nation. My name is Marco. I am your host of the Bleed Big Blue podcast. Post-draft, I'm not doing it alone. Right now we have Mr. Captain Negative on the line, and I see the comments already coming in. Can everyone hear me? Are we, Storm Dave Gettleman's Bagel Shop. Where is this bagel shop, James?
Oh, it's definitely in East Rutherford. It's definitely somewhere in East Rutherford.
Do you think the bagels are good there?
No. No, I think they're from 1974. But Gettleman will tell you that there's two teams waiting at the door every morning.
There's a line out the door.
There's a line out the door. You can see it in the stars.
You gotta park your car early. You get online and you get your...
There were 47 teams. There's 32 teams in the league, and there were 43 teams that wanted Daniel Jones. You explain that to me. It's in the stars.
Steve M wants to let you know that we got a quarterback. So there we go.
Yeah. But did we get the right one, Steve? And were we hoodwinked and bamboozled?
Oh,
that's the question. Like it's not as cut and dry as we got the quarterback.
No.
Sorry.
So disclaimer. I find myself rooting for Dan.
Spoiler alert.
I'm rooting for him. Like I'm there. They shouldn't have picked him. I feel bad for the guy that they did this to him. But I'm rooting for him. I want to see him succeed, of course. But oh man,
here's my problem. Is of course you want to see the kid succeed. Here's my problem is I don't like if you did your work on Daniel Jones and you're not just believing what people are telling you. There were more people that had him as a second and third round prospect than really as a first. I'm cheering for the kid, but I don't know from what I've seen of him, and yeah, I've seen all the drop passes. You can tell me that his teammates drop passes, and I've seen all that stuff. Mm-hmm. I've also seen the bad. To me, there's good. Before the draft, I said when I think of Daniel Jones, I think like a very good game manager. Like I think he makes good decisions with the football. I think he's accurate short. I don't think that he has a very good arm. I don't think that he has very good touch down the football field. I think that sometimes he's slow on his reads and his progressions, and we're going to see how that translates to the NFL. Also, like you can take the 4.7 speed and show me the clips of him running for 48, 50-yard touchdowns and shove him up your ass for all I care. He's not going to make his living like that in the NFL, and if he does, he's going to have more of a chance of breaking his collarbone again than possibly winning football games at the NFL level. So I think that, yeah, you're cheering for him, but you would have a lot more realistic expectations of this kid with the prospect that he is, right? If you got him, even if they traded late in the first round or took him at 17, you can then accept the project he is and what woes may come. When you take somebody at 6, like they should be playing now. Like,
yeah, no, I agree.
Like that should be your guy. You should be locked in where there's going to be growing pains, but he's ready to roll now, and you're going to roll in. You may have a veteran presence there, right? Like a Case Keenum, or say like McNown last year with Darnold. You may have a guy, or Bradford, but not a guy that you know is or is there's even a question that guy's your long-term starter. Like your long-term starter is the guy you took at 6. I think that this is an ugly situation they're in. Like I don't know that. Look, I can't see them being 3-6 and benching Eli, because for 2 years you've told me in those situations that there was a run in this team. So, like, I think that unless Eli gets hurt, Eli's going to be playing until week 11, week 12. And I think you're in a situation where you'll see, like, all these people that are saying you're going to see Jones in week 7, I think you forget what team this is. Or, better, whose team this is. Like, take a step back and read the tea leaves here, guys. Daniel Jones is a clone of Eli Manning, and not talent-wise. But a lot of people tell me, well, if they drafted Daniel Jones and he's a clone of Eli Manning, then you got 2 Super Bowl rings. I'd sign up for that. I'd sign up for Eli Manning's talent. I don't give a fuck what the guy's name was if the guy was coming out of college and as good as Eli was. You can't look at Eli's film in college at Ole Miss in 2004, 2003 when he came out, and tell me that looks even remotely similar to Daniel Jones, or that you would have Daniel Jones rated in the same fucking stratosphere as Eli Manning.
No,
so,
yeah,
like, you look at these guys based on right. I mean, right. Like, let's be honest here. Like, I'm not, and it's not a referendum on Daniel Jones. It is what it is.
You
How
can't.
many college quarterbacks?
You can't.
How many college quarterbacks do you see with Daniel Jones stats come into the NFL and blow up?
Right,
Usually
you can't.
There's a regression because the guy's numbers are so huge in college.
You can't expect. I can't even think of one player that over succeeded, like did better in the pros than he did in college. I can't think of one.
I mean, there's probably a handful.
I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Get guys that. No, I mean, I don't think there's any, like, you're right. I don't think that there's any, there's probably an outlier, just like there's a Tom Brady with a 6th-round pick.
Yeah, but Tom Brady was good in college, though.
Well, no, still though. But I mean, like, just there's an outlier for everything. Like you say, the quarterbacks in the 1st round, they'll throw Tom Brady in the 6th round, or Drew Brees, or Russell Wilson. But when you look at the numbers as a whole, when you look at the history of the game, when you look at all of the players and the success rates for all these different things, like, there's a higher percentage in certain categories. It's like taking a quarterback in the 1st round. You have a better chance of hitting at that guy in the 1st round than you do in the 6th round. So, like, you got to take those things into consideration. What are the fans saying? Like, are people, like, it seems like everybody has bought the Gettleman Kool-Aid, except for a handful of us, and is like lockstep and key that, like, hey, listen, they took, like, nobody cares that they blew the draft, right? I was just talking about weighted things. Like, to me, you weigh the 1st round. Like, we were talking before we came on. You said, what did you think of the draft? And I said, I liked it, but I weigh the 1st round so much heavier than the other rounds because of your percentages of coming away with an actual football player are higher in the 1st round. So you better nail the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd round picks. You had a chance to walk away with Josh Allen.
Absolutely.
Like, I heard that the defense, like, everybody forgot September and October until now, right? For the last couple of months leading up to the draft, everyone was telling me, like, September and October didn't exist, and the Giants had a really good football team that just needed some defensive pieces. And Gettleman, they bought this because Gettleman fed it to them. And then you got to the draft, and Josh Allen, of all people, is sitting there at 6, gift wrapped. You're welcome, Tom Coughlin. I just don't understand it, Marco.
I don't get it either.
And it's a shame.
Hold on, I'm doing a little troubleshooting.
I like Saquon Barkley. I have nothing against Daniel Jones, but I'm forced to hate them because how the general manager fucking handle the situations that both of them are in.
Oh, I hear you. Give me 1 second, James. I have to fix something. It's not streaming to everything. Hold on. Let's do a quick.
I mean, everybody's not privileged to
No,
do our,
no.
Not everyone is. Okay, well,
Hold on,
can't
hold.
have that.
Fellow YouTubers, hold on. I'm gonna end the stream and start it right back up. Hold on. Fellow
Boom.